Ever wondered what makes TV so powerful in Jamaica? Time to find out. Welcome to Global TV Group 358, where television meets innovation. We're not just about shows, we're about shaping society. In Jamaica, TV keeps you informed, connects diverse voices, and supports democracy. Imagine a Jamaica where broadcasters unite, sharing data and collaborating globally. That's us, a unified voice in the TV industry. Did you know TV advertising is still king? It drives website traffic, boosts brand equity, and powers integrated campaigns. Even in an age of digital, TV stands strong, resilient in tough times. Our global TV deck is your treasure trove of insights and data. With charts, graphs, and success stories, it's your guide to impactful TV advertising. Curious to learn more? Visit our website and see how Global TV Group 358 keeps television at the heart of entertainment in Jamaica. Get ready to binge watch the future.
For me again, you can't for me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scallion, we can't buy time. You can't for me again. Can't for me again. You can't for me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You touch up line and a resort to crime. You can't for me again.
What we go to eat no money, what we at you, eat no at you. COVID money, me say we eat the your little rat you. Use the youth, them on them, Mr. Musta man to start you. Say me like a catch you, but bigger than a figure you. Take the spit of money, girl, and say that it's not you. On the head, the man above him, look him, I got a bet. Too much it in the kitchen, some fly by like a patu. When singers and DJs and social media's coming at you.
It burn me,
300% raise.
it burn me,
Garbage pile of the day.
it burn me,
Give the teacher them
it
raise.
burn me,
I see corruption
it
face.
burn me,
Mash down the people them house.
it burn me,
Every day appear arms out.
it burn me,
Appear money them a thief.
it burn me.
And them a sell out the beach.
Can't for me again, you can't for me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scallion, we can't buy time. You can't for me again. Can't for me again. You can't for me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You touch up line and a resort to crime. You can't for me again.
Come me say big up all the charities and all of the giver. Some a go like say them powerful, me no make a bigger. The already promises, none of them not deliver. Cut up the youth, them rap and they down in a whatever. Member bowl only and they lie them tell. Corruption smell and they pocket them swell. When police don't a market like Satan out of hell, go mash up people start like thief when them sell.
It burn me,
Or they treat the market man.
it burn me,
Or them a treat the cat man.
it burn me,
Or they treat the peanut man.
it burn me,
Or them a treat the jerk man.
it burn me,
Or them a treat the son man.
it burn me,
Or them a treat policeman.
it burn me,
How them a treat soldier man.
it burn me.
How them a treat everyone.
Can't for me again, you can't for me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scallion, we can't buy time. You can't for me again. Can't
Stibby-dim day, stibby-dim day, stibby-dim day. We in Global TV say certain kind of friend we no keep. And some informer friend we love like we in Global. Bona fake friend and bona thief. We in Global. We not promote them, we not support them. Look at them on the cheek come here represent for we in Global TV. Check it.
Good evening and welcome to No, We Will Not Back Down. And certainly not, we will not comply. Good evening and welcome to the Global Television Group. Thank you for joining us. We just want to say to Andrew and Paula, congratulations in winning the battle. But remember, we're still in a war. This, Paula Llewellyn, is just the battle. The war is still on. Good evening, everyone, and welcome. Good evening to TikTok. Good evening to Instagram. Whiter than snow, Babs the Grange. Wash me and make me whiter than snow. Look like Babs, they have the wash off things off of you. No, sir. Paula Llewellyn. It's a holy night. Stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our dear Savior's birth. What a joyful evening for Paula Llewellyn. What an awfully joyful evening for Miss Llewellyn, winning the battle. No, sir. Do you want to buy corruption? Because we're marketed corruption in Jamaica, it's our new product. We never used to battle corruption and sell it. But now we're buckling it up, we're bagging it up, we're boxing corruption to sell. No, sir. We're buckle up corruption. Corruption gone a while. A while. And no Andrew go amend laws. And no Andrew go run raid through the legislative book because he has been given the leeway. What a disgrace. Let Paula stay in disgrace. She has lived in disgrace, and she will continue her disgraceful tenure in disgrace. Yes, that Paula Llewellyn who said, I know the sentence a man can tainted juror.
And identify as Jamaicans, but you don't have one of these.
Hold on.
And while you're entitled to your opinion,
let me shut off this because sometimes the computer play tricks for me. I use two browsers. I use my Edge browser and I use my Google Chrome browser. And when me in the Edge browser, the same thing them will do what they want when they want to do what they want. So then we confuse. We like say somebody in the house attack. I mean, I remember say something in the Edge browser play. Maybe a parlor set duppy for me. The same duppy where they set pan the judge. We say it's okay for Andrew to ram raid through with Galangin and fix up. What are we roll long teeth again this evening? No, sir. To my community party and all my family members, platform moderators, membership holders, viewers, subscribers, commenters, and trolls, good evening and welcome. Prof. Gorgeous Lady Empress Deb, Arlene Foster, good evening, Sharon Bernard, RJ, Millicent Jones, Conjugality 4, Gloria Morris, Beat and Teach, Debbie Jervis, how you do, go on. Who else is here? John Rock 8766, Brenda Elson, Miranda Roddock, Grace Linton, Dan Harriet, Sophia Hall, Lurleen Casanova, Paula Shelley Browse, Lorna Watson, Rosemary Summers, Rose Sweet, good evening, Hero Botham, good evening, Gloria Morris, Dan Campbell, I got my friend, good evening, Paulette Lewis, good evening, Adu James, Colin, Carrie T, Estina Tyne, good evening, Ron Oneless, Claudette Edwards, Fiona Barnett, good evening, Echo, Arlene Foster, good evening, Ladybug, good evening, everyone, good evening, Catching Happiness, good evening, Gloria Taylor, Good evening to those on TikTok. Rona Johnson, Leonie, Violet, Kerry. Good evening and welcome. Thank you for joining us. G. Wayne, good evening. Marjorie Goldberg. Who should I start on first? Should I start on Babsian Cartel? It is so ironic, Fitzroy Nugent, that ever since Cartel has become neutral in the political spheres, since Cartel has become neutral in the political spheres, all of a sudden he's all over Babsy and everything. It is no hypocrisy, though, that him appearing at the People's National Party conference was his image, his character, everything played a big hurrah and turrah. Because the People's National Party, it was said, was looking for political whatsoever the thing out of him. Then him ticket come out. I don't know how good or how bad it there do, but he'll end up in a Black Friday sale. And he make it known that he is neutral. I wonder if Babsy promised to help Cartel get back in visa. I wonder what's the burst out with Cartel and ISAT. Now, so we need to investigate deeper. These are Jerk World War One. What is happening? Because Cartel can become neutral and then all of a sudden is rubbing up and picturing up and hugging up with the government. So it can't be just hugging up and rubbing up and taking picture with ice that is the problem. It have to go deeper than that. Cartel, what is the problem? Do you want to come out here and speak? Gloria Bishop Lewis Wilson, Keith Salmon. Something is awfully off. But whatever game Cartel play, it's clearly showed that a lot of selling out go on here. Or if you put it in the frame of what he said when he put that video out, I am first a businessman, secondly, an entertainer. So this is about him and his money. It has nothing to do with anything else but money. Hey, I wonder if he remembered that for all these years that he was in prison, he had money. It was because of the money that helped him to get out, because him couldn't challenge the system money-wise, unlike anybody else. What a hypocrisy. Or is it that Cartel just love attention? Or is it that Cartel just love the limelight? So you have to rub up where you can't see him, or you have to rub up where the money come from. Or is it that Cartel is being directed by the white man, Bogdanovich, and that Cartel is not a person of him own? Cartel have to just go with the direction of the slave master, perhaps. And then they want to call themselves free. That's the bit that puzzles me, you see. The free to be an economic slave, but not free to be yourself. It will all come to a head. Don't you think? It will all come to a head. No matter what, Paula Lowell in victory tonight, It still angered Paula Llewellyn that she was brutally slapped down, not only in the Privy Council, but by the Jamaican judiciary. Corruption. And after that same evil, inept, corrupt woman who messed up one of the best trials Jamaica could ever have, a trial that Jamaica could secure a just conviction, Paula Llewellyn, without the mess of young Justice Lennox, whatever he is, the mess that you all made of our justice system. We could have secured a good conviction if one did go clean from day one. We could have secured a conviction. But because of your corruption, Paula Llewellyn, the tainted evidence you brought to court, Paula Llewellyn, the conviction you accepted from the tainted juror, Paula Llewellyn, cost this nation an awful amount of money. Money that the taxpayer will have to pay back for all that challenge to London and back. This was the same DPP that claimed that because the act was a new act of Parliament, the Firearms Act, she was confused between Section 5 and Section 45. This same old ballpoint, dunce, written in bold, dunce of a prosecutor. Yes, even though she had nyamwe money, she sit down the whole long and she refused to bring a case against Royal Reed. Let us see. Let us see. Royal Reed is going back to court next month. Paula Llewellyn is back in office. Norman Ferguson, how you do, bro? Let us see the direction where the Royal Reed saga will take now that Paula is back in the fold. A whole heap of crookedness are going on, you know. Andrew can put in tail pan him back now, you know, Jamaica. Jamaica, Andrew can put his tail on his back now. Andrew Michael Holness, the crook, can commit crime wholesale because he has dictatorially entrenched himself with the highest office in the criminal justice system, the office of the prosecutor, that which decide if a case goes to court, if an investigation goes forward, if a case in front of the court continues. Yes, that's the power given to the moron of Justice Paula Llewellyn. That's the power. The dictator has entrenched himself. Barbara Simpson, Larkland. The dictator has entrenched himself, supported by the courts. We don't have to accept decisions of the court. We can disagree with them. We can criticize them. What we, the people, cannot do, we cannot change it unless a challenge to the Privy Council. No, I don't think we should waste any more money on this old tough bark of a cotton tree. Let the old tree die and fall. Robert, how you doing? Let the old tree die and fall. We don't need to spend any more money upon a useless DPP who have continuously, beg your pardon, fucked up justice in our country. We don't need to spend any more money upon her. Let she die her death slowly. One day, her tenure will come to an end. Let she die her death slowly. Let's not waste any more money on the demons. The aliens are here. They're here to change system. They're here to balance power. They're not here to attack us. Anybody them are going to attack is those who continue to murder, enslave us, and imprison us. Time have a way of doing things. You might never know Paula and Andrew one day will be indicted together. Biden and them a friend, them and Trump are don't friend. Trump is not somebody will walk and rub butter on people mouth like Biden do. So give them rope, you know? Give them rope. Hand them a bucket of Vaseline because they might just get on top of the bridge. Climb them a climb, you know. A climb, Paula and Andrew. A climb. Let them get to the top of the bridge. Give them enough rope. Hand them a bucket of Vaseline, if you will, you know, just in case they might slip. Hand them a bucket of Vaseline. Give them the amount of rope they desire, because our country is always keeping. Something always a keeping a Jamaica. Grease and cord. Yes, Grace. Grease and cord. Give them enough time. Whiter than snow, Lord. Whiter than snow. Babsy, I want you to take and wipe off the criminality of a cartel. I want you to take and wipe off his image. We cannot interact with his image. I mean, those were the opposition. Those were the opposition. No, how much a different time we see him a hug up Anna Gillan. What a way things turn around. What a way cartel's image become clean enough for the Minister of Culture, Transgender, and Sports. Then if the People's National Party was going after him for popularity, I wonder what it is with the dying popularity of the Jamaica Labour Party. Gary, you don't understand geopolitics. You do not understand geopolitics, so I can forgive you for what you said, because you have to have an understanding of geopolitics to understand what I'm speaking about. Anyway, Babsy, I walk around with whiter than snow, where Babsy can clean up your image. I wonder though, Babs, if there's ever going to be a picture surface with Bro God and the devil together in their clocks and all that jazz. You know what I mean, Babs? Merelda. Just wondering if there's going to be a photograph surface. Randy, how are you? Cousin Rohan, what go on? Is this cousin Rohan? I'm just wondering, Babs. Oh no. I'm just wondering, will we ever see a photograph of the bro god and the serpent? Just asking, because you know what to say. When you're in a trouble, you fit easily in a one picking a shot. And the minute the problem over, you grow swell bust the shot and can't come out of it because you only end up in a hit because of trouble. What a disgrace. If it was a disgrace for the People's National Party, Christine Gilbert, how are you, Colleen Donna? If it was a disgrace for the People's National Party for him to attend conference, I hear some labor writers saying, but Babsy didn't put him on any political podium. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The interaction is the interaction. It doesn't matter where. I was comfortable when him appear at the People's National Party conference, nor am I comfortable seeing him appearing with our politicians. I don't think he has the character or the influence or the mindset to bring positive influence. That's people who we look up to, even though people look up to him for whatever reason. That's people who we look up to and we pick them, look up to and emulate, is wrangling and tangling with him. So I don't think neither the People's National Party nor the Jamaica Labour Party should be intertwining with him or any of these entertainers for this matter. Let me say this to Jump. Looking at my face. Me know someone afraid of gunshot. Me understand that. That I sympathize with. We know someone afraid of gunshot. Me not faint-hearted like that. The Prime Minister can shot me in my mouth if he wants. It's not the first the Jamaican government would kill somebody for silencing them. It just wouldn't be the first time. Take your best shot. But what I will not do, I don't know who else I go follow me. But if I me want to go on, me will go. Not because Andrew Holness hold a gun at you, or his cronies hold a gun at you. Not because them call you upon the phone every day and harass and intimidate you. Because they're doing it to a lot of people in the media world since this Jump report came out. Because me not get clearance for talk. If I get clearance for talk, I'll tell you the intimidation that is going on by the Jamaica Labour Party to different medias on the Jump story. Lord, I want to talk. I want to go up in the chair and I want to whistle like Mockingbird. But I don't get the clearance. So I think kiba me mouth. I have to kiba me mouth because I don't get the clearance. But what you cannot do, Prime Minister Ransford McLean, you say Tegereg like me, you can manipulate Jump. The Jump come out and say, oh, can you let me pull it up on my phone because I can't read a fine writing on my computer. Can you substitute pumpkin for bananas? Substitute pumpkin for bananas, said John. But it's pumpkin, is it not? How then must we call it bananas if it's pumpkin? we should substitute the word unaccountable for outstanding. Who not talk to? You mean bagamouth me? You mean loose cannon me? You mean mind people business me? Can't keep my mouth quiet me? Okay. Make we follow Andrew. Because Andrew forced on the sister, you know, Janet Calder. Janet Calder, Andrew force your sister. I know what you've been going through. I know the regime. I know you want to go through it, my darling. The sad story though, Miss Calder. Them can't call we the vloggers what out here playing, they call them thief. Thief! Go on your way. Thief! Yeah, them can't call for a phone. Because them know we will send them up a mile and a third, Miss Calder. And them know we will come on here, come blast them and disgrace them. They can't call UNO because UNO work under state regulation. We work under YouTube plus remote regulation. So no, UNO can't force we to talk what Andrew want to talk, you say. Unaccounted for or thief. Them language them you know. You see like how Andrew want to turn mass murder into multiple victim violence incident. Andrew now got turn unaccounted for in what the word name? Outstanding. Okay. These are annual appropriations account. Appropriations account that ought to be submitted every year. Appropriations account for the 8-9 years of Andrew Holness government have not been submitted. How different is it if it's outstanding or it's unaccounted for? Because you're meant to go through an annual audit. So if you cannot provide what it needs for you to be audited, then you cannot account for your spending. Your spending is unaccounted for. It is. I don't see the problem with the unaccounted or outstanding. Why is it outstanding 8-9 years? Do you want to come and explain that to us? All right, let's work with Andrew's logic. It's not unaccounted for. It is just outstanding. What caused the outstanding? Firstly, how long more do you have to stand the outstanding or to instand the outstanding? How much more time do you need? And can you come out here and explain to us if it is because people have died, people have gone on, people have migrated, and people have retired? Because that was what Dustin Bryan says. That was what Dustin Bryan says. It laid the blame at everybody's feet who is not within social civil service anymore. It was because of all the civil servants that are not in the civil service at the moment. It is their fault why Ministry of Health have all these outstanding appropriations account. This then, Andrew Holness, shows, head teacher K, well sis, this shows that the entire sector of across your government isn't working. Because if they're meant to submit an annual appropriations account and they're 8-9 years late and we can't use the word that the spending is unaccounted for. Only not to say a dictatorship. We used to Janet Calder come out with and say we shouldn't use the word unaccounted. We must use the word outstanding. This is what the Prime Minister walk and push for many people, as Mr. Tono said, we can't talk because we don't get clearance. But there's an intimidation campaign running by the Prime Minister and his scouts, whoever reported on this story. There's an intimidation campaign running because the Prime Minister and dirty big Titty Marlon, or your titty bigger than Fidena, wants to control the narrative and the story. So when you see Jump come out with it, I'm telling you, Jump is threatened or intimidated, because I know a lot of people they are doing it too. Jump is threatened or intimidated. That's why Jump come out, come tell we say, don't use the word unaccounted, use the word outstanding. How the backside 9 years of appropriations account outstanding. And we can't say the spending hasn't been accounted for. Because when you don't provide us accountability, it is right for us to say the spending is unaccounted for. You all have not provided accountability for the spending. What's the problem in using the word unaccountable? Jump never saw no thief it. And we saw no thief because we don't saw no thief. Jump never saw no thief. Jump said the spending is unaccounted for. It really is unaccounted for if you cannot account for it to the Auditor General's office or to the Accounts General. It is unaccounted for. And I don't see how you think the word outstanding and unaccounted for will make any difference, that you have all failed horrible on your job. You are there spending the country's money and you're not keeping a track record of it. You're spending the country's money for all sorts of things and you can't have. What is digitalization then? The digitalization we want to talk about, and you don't have a software, a accounting software across government to keep a track record. What the digitalization we want to talk about? And you still writing a hardcover book of station, you still write pen paper invoice all through government's department. And what tell we about digitalization? You tell we about digitalized Jamaica. Camera them broke down and you don't have nobody to fix them. Air condition broke down and you don't have nobody to fix them. But Jamaica is digitalized with hardcover book and invoice and paper invoice. That was software invoice, Paper invoice and hardcover digitalized Jamaica. 9 years. 9 years of appropriations account. Something that you're meant to submit every year. And you not get around to submit in 1 year. So when favor come out and I tell people, say, then if you work on them backlog for submit them account, the money so far is unaccounted for. Whatever lies are cooking the books you're going to do to come out and tell we see there the $3 trillion account for. So far, Andrew Holness, Boo Boo, Dunce, Buffoon, Fail Jamal class, so far, it has been unaccounted for. Have you not spent it, Andrew? Andrew, have your government not spent the $3 trillion? Have your government not spent the $3 trillion? Have you provided proof to the nation how that $3 trillion has been spent? Therefore, Andrew Holness, it has been unaccounted for. Jump never say your thief it. Global TV say yes, your thief it. Call Global TV and tell them to change the narrative. If you join partner Andrew Holness, you throw your partner for 9 whole months. Andrew, partner done. Can't get your job on banker. Banker duck and dive. Banker see you on High Street and swiftly turn off in the shop. Cause banker no one hold no argument with you about your partner, about your hand, about your partner job. Don't Andrew Holness say you go walk all about the street and tell everybody say don't join a partner with the woman because she thief my partner money. The partner banker they are thief and also are you going to say your partner draw is outstanding, Andrew Holness? Like seriously? Oh, my partner draw has been outstanding. While we fool. We ban back a cow. We ban a pipe side prime minister. We just drop out some floops, close our wash. And all of a sudden, we just ban and we get up and we start run like cow and goat kid and a say go prime minister. We just ban today so and we just get up and talk and grass same time. So we are fools. Oh, it's not unaccounted for. It's outstanding. Which year is outstanding? Can you submit for 2016, 2017? Can you submit for 2017, 2018? Can you submit for 2018, 2019? Can you submit for 2019, 2020? No, Yvette, I'm telling you, Trump has been threatened. Trump has been intimidated. Me can't talk much on here, but I'm telling you all, Trump not just come out and think, I have used the wrong word. No, Trump knows that they are not being misinterpreted in public. No, Trump came under very heavy pressure from Andrew Holness' team, especially Marlon Morgan. A whole heap of people them do it too. A whole heap of media source, they are doing it too. They have not provided proof to the Auditor General. For the whole of Andrew's 2 terms, Andrew Holness' team has not provided their appropriations account. It's not outstanding, it's unaccounted for. You are meant to account for it every year. If this was tax return, Andrew Holness, and you apply for a deadline, you have to, Andrew Holness, submit within the extended deadline you are given. Otherwise, Andrew Holness, you will be penalized. So therefore, you can force Trump to say it is outstanding. Trump wording when the article report first published was unaccounted for. Me conclude say a thief. As some always I go call it so. Whether I tizik you, it hissifit you, or whatever, a thief or no thief. Because for 9 years, and not even for 1 year, you can account for $1, you thief. Because so much going on kickback and all that, you can't provide receipt for, a thief, you thief.
19.
I couldn't leave this stage without saying to you that corruption is not an issue that occupies the front of my mind. I couldn't leave here today and say to you that we still need to tighten up on the new anti-corruption systems and framework that is in place. In a sense, if you were to compare Jamaica to all the other countries in the Caribbean, our framework for anti-corruption would be the most advanced.
A wicked bomber old boy, this Father God.
Not for want of putting in the legislative and institutional processes. They are there. But you have to bear in mind that we are also very new on the scale of dealing with anti-corruption issues. So
A wicked bomber old boy, this Father God. Oh, he lie and blood clot me when we tell him that.
That we are going through. What is important is that the government supports the development of the institution so it can accelerate very quickly on that learning curve and provide the resources so that they can move very quickly on the learning curve, and that the government does not intervene or interfere. And that message goes to the opposition as well. Leave the anti-corruption and policing agencies to do their jobs.
A wicked bomber old boy, this Father God. Oh, he lie and blood clot me when we tell him that.
Well, this is what Fayeval needs to come tell with Miranda Roddock. How soon will the outstanding appropriations account be available rather for the Auditor General to go through them and sign them off? Because a long time Pamela wait, you know. A long time Pamela Monroe Ellis waiting to have all these different appropriations account from all different parts of government, Ministry of Health, Ministry of Labor and Social Security, Ministry of Education, the Prime Minister's office, amongst a few. And Your Holiness, you still don't answer the question yet. I know you are being paid as the Prime Minister. I know in the Westminster system, and Your Holiness, there are ministerial salaries for the different ministers. Given that your ministers, Tarkham and Husum, and all of us, how much ministerial salary does the Prime Minister collect? Is it that the Prime Minister only does this all of nothing and all of everything for just his prime ministerial salary? Or is the Prime Minister collecting ministerial salary? And if he is, how much different ministerial salary is the Prime Minister collecting? The Prime Minister is the Minister of Defense. The Prime Minister is the Minister of Economic Growth and Job Creation. The Prime Minister is also the head of many agencies. There's a lot of things that fall under the Office of Economic Growth and Job Creation, like water, NEPA, NHT, Heart, NHSTA, whatsoever you call it, whole heap of galangin fall under the National Works Agency also. There's a lot of things that falls under economic growth and job creation, which is the portfolio of the Prime Minister. So we want to see young man down at Clarendon, the Dr. St. Catherine, Dr. Kurt Waltz, is going through. This is not just Everard Warmington's doing. Andrew Holness is the portfolio minister for the National Works Agency. Therefore, any decision taken by any minister, Andrew, have working at the National Works Agency, or to do with the roads covered by the national agency, the sabotage that Everett Warmington is carrying out under the Sparks program, the buck stop with Andrew Holness, who is the portfolio minister for works. The question is, Prime Minister, do you collect ministerial salary? And how much different ministerial salaries do you collect? Or you just had them job ya for free for we because we love our country so much, Prime Minister. You love our country so much, so till you have to take up the whole country and stuck in your bosom. You have to take up the whole country stuck in your bosom, because the country belongs to Andrew. We really need to know, because I'm not quite clear how it works. Because in the Westminster system, a prime minister is just a prime minister, and that's it. You have your minister of everything else. So I'm not clear on how it works in Jamaica when the prime minister is minister of many different things. I'm not clear how the salary arrangement for ministers work if the prime minister is more than one minister. So the prime minister may need to enlighten or confusion on that, because it ought to be public knowledge, Prime Minister. It's taxpayers' money. So we want to understand the financial arrangement of the offices that you control. If we're paying double for the office, if we're paying the portfolio minister, and we're paying the minister without portfolio. Or is it just you being a dictator? You pay them to carry out the portfolio, but you keep the power in order to make sure people have to stay in your corner at all time, because you're not able to give them the proper ministerial power of decision making. Their decision, their idea, you collect their idea and make them into your decision. As you said, you're the best baby father for stealing ideas. I never miss it, so Andrew. But Jamaica, I don't think the PNP or whoever should waste any more money challenging Parla. I don't think we should go to the Privy Council on this. I don't think the appeal court made the right decision. However, I don't think we should waste any more money. Given it's Christmas, all we have to do, ask Donald Trump to pardon the turkey. That's all. We don't need to waste any more money on Parla. We've wasted enough money on Parla Llewellyn already. Parla Llewellyn has wasted enough money within our justice system. Look how much the nation going to have to pay back cartel. All on there, like a whole cartel full and love attention. I wonder if I can Babsy them, I can him. I know Babsy are all gangster, I wonder if Babsy have nothing up her sleeve. Because you know, so they have to go pay him how much a million. Not that they don't have to pay for enough for them money, I feel with money. If they can thief 3 trillion, they can pay him the over 100 million where Prince Charles ordered them to pay him back. I wonder if a friend Babsy them a friend him up. Fi till them left out a government. Fi don't pay him the money till them left out a government. Them left the problem for the PNP deal with. Just wondering. Just wondering. If I stitch Babsy, I stitch him up. Sweet name. Come here, say Babsy promised him visa, you know. Me say the old cougar promised him, say, you don't worry. I will help you to get back your visa. See them! Eve at Christmas. You know, come home, come have your Turkish delights, little girl. How your face stays to them? How your face, my dear? Your face get better yet? Because I heard Cartel went ham on your face, my dear. Yes, just before he went away to Trinidad. I'm making you do your face, so my dear, Lord Jesus. But then again, I started staying and see them a whole heap of woman will watch pan true crime story, chase and hunt down serial killer for whatever reason see them. So it's within your DNA to hunt down and search for serial killer. But bear in mind, serial killer in a prison and serial killer out of those see them are two different things. But how your face? Your face get better. And if the Mercedes, the pretty car where you drive, if it soothe the pain and the swelling, you see how far you walk, but you go just take lick a girl. I don't know which social service in Britain, or if I'm picking your old people, prisoner or mad somebody, you do work with them, but I'm going to say mad people. Because normally when you work in the mental health industry for long, you become your patient, if you know what I mean. If anybody understands mental health, when you work in the mental health industry for too long, you become your patient as well. So I don't know if I in a mental health see them there work. Why see them feel to say, she will go on Shorty page, seek out Shorty man, sell off everything a foreign and go sit down and go to prison, go visit and meet a prisoner and think there is a Cinderella-ism. She thinks there's a Cinderella-ism in all of that. Have you ever heard about the Barbarella-ism? See them? Have you ever heard about the Barbarella-ism? Because you see, because you're in the Cinderella fairy tale, my dear. But at Christmas, Turkish people cook good food. Come home, come eat. Come home, come eat. Turkish people cook good food. You know, fed up. You see, to plane. People can sit down on plane and you have to fly over ocean like bird with your wing. That's why you can get up and go walk up and down and make it look like only Jamaica man in this world. You think Jamaica man don't have a right to sometimes do what them do? Because you make yourself look fool. A Jamaica man alone that wall. No man no nowhere else in the world. A Jamaica, like Jamaica man don't need visa too. Anyway, thank you all for being here tonight on the Global Television Group, a disgraceful night where Paula has won the battle, but we're still in the war, Paula. I mean, we're deep in the thick of the war, Paula Llewellyn, because we're not going to just hand over our country to Andrew Holness and a few dictatorial cronies. No, we are going to fight and push back at all levels to make sure we continue to protect what the slaves or the enslaves fight left give we, even though them yet to still give with mule and with 40 acre. This war is far, Paula Llewellyn, very far from over. Thank you all for being here with us tonight on the Global Television Group. It was lovely to have your support. It is the weekend. One's going to have the weekend break. You know, if anything is popping off or breaking down over here, we will certainly jump out tomorrow. But if nothing is kicking off, we will certainly take our weekend break. So thank you all for being here tonight on the Global Television Group. And no, we will not comply. It is still unaccounted for, not outstanding. Good night from the Global Television Group. Cousin Myrna, you just come when me gone. How you do?
If you don't like missing out on the latest shows but still enjoy classic hits, then Global TV Group 358 is your perfect match. Global TV Group 358 isn't just another channel, it's your ultimate TV experience. From breaking news to binge-worthy dramas and timeless classics, we've got it all. Our unique blend of original content and global favorites means there's something for everyone. And guess what? With GTVG's seamless streaming, you can watch anywhere, anytime. Plus, our interactive features let you be part of the action. So, whether you're a seasoned binge watcher or a casual viewer, Global TV Group 358 is here to keep you entertained day and night. Don't just watch TV, experience it with Global TV Group 358. Subscribe now and never miss a moment.